What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to A Certain Point of View. Did that just fade? Did anybody catch that? Maybe I'm the only one who caught that. I feel like the screen just faded as a transition, and that's something new that's been added to StreamYard if that's the case. That was weird.
We should do like a Star Wars like side swipe. Like
what an intro, but like that caught me way off guard. If that's the case, StreamYard is totally stepping up their game, and bravo. Welcome everybody to another episode of POV on here on a Monday evening. Hope everyone's doing fantastic out there. Start of the week, and hope everyone is having a great start to the week. As you can see, it's the four of us. We're back. We're ready to talk a lot of Star Wars. There's a lot of Star Wars content that is headed our way. We also have
Molly had so much to talk about, but she just had nowhere to talk about it. So we just
Star Wars said, "Oh, they're back from vacation. Here's everything."
Merry Christmas. Here you go.
Yeah, right. And then obviously we do have a little bit of White Lotus to discuss as well, just because Molly and I need to talk about this show.
Do not spoil it in the chat. Brian hasn't finished watching it yet.
I have no idea what it's about.
It's going to be a no spoilers conversation, and it'll probably be fairly quick. But because the finale was yesterday, and Molly and I watched the show, we just need to let it all out. Non-spoiler, of course. But yeah, Gordon, you're right. We do have the full crew tonight. We're excited. Christmas is approaching. Let's see how everybody's doing with the holidays around the corner. Jill, how was your Monday? How's it going there in your household?
Monday was fine, uneventful. Not very exciting Monday. Yesterday was Sean's work Christmas party, so I got a lot of free champagne, which was lovely. Ate a lot.
Hell yeah.
Always good.
I just had mine last week too.
Oh, nice. I missed mine because we went to Mark's show, which was far more important. So we
How was that?
Mark's show?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking great. So good.
Did he tape another special? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was a taping of his new special. And then Saturday, I went out with my girlfriends and we went to like this garden that was all decorated for Christmas and took cute pictures. And it was fun. It was good. And now we're planning my birthday for next weekend. And it's like, we're doing it this day. And it's like, we'll see how many people show up because Christmas. So who knows?
The pictures you guys took were super cute.
Thanks.
I was going to say that photo with the lights and everything was really, really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, that came out good. That was a good one. I liked that one. I have a couple more, but I like that one.
Cool.
You should use that for future Christmas cards and just let Sean do
it. Sean's not in it.
I can Photoshop Sean behind you.
It'll just say from Sean and Jill Sullivan and Sean.
The famous photo of him doing this.
Just coming in from the side.
yeah, 100%. That'd be so good.
Perfect.
That'd be so good.
Perfect.
Yeah, Brian, look, Andy's asking the inevitable question here. Why you out of bed?
Because I know that this one would have been annoyed by me being in like.
I could care less.
I know it.
One day can we all do the show from bed? That just sounds like a treat.
Well, is it next week? Next week, kind of a relaxed show, so maybe we should do next week.
I've done multiple Patreon movie watch-alongs from bed, so let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Jake, I know I told you on Apocalypse in our meeting yesterday that all I want for Christmas is a new intro. It needs to be this one. I'm like a freaking whale in the POV ones. I didn't realize it until this one, and I'm like, this needs to go.
Ryan.
No.
If anything, Brian, you know what? If anything, it lets people know that you've been working your ass off to lose a bunch of weight.
Okay, great. That's lovely. I need it.
Remember, glass half full, my guy. Glass half full. Always.
I love it. Thank you.
Do you know how much time it takes to make an intro, Brian? Like, I can't just do it tomorrow.
That's why I said you can give it to me for Christmas.
Do you think I have that much time on my hand in 2 weeks to make a new intro?
Spend money.
Maybe like early next year. That's more reasonable.
I'll give it to you for your birthday next year. How about that, Brian?
I mean, you didn't get me anything this year, so use it for that one.
That's BS. We hold on a second. Whoa.
Did I make you dinner?
You are getting caught up in a lie right now, my guy. Whoa. One, we brought you over. I home cooked you burgers and hot dogs, and two, we offered to buy you Lululemon, and you still have not gone to try stuff on. So
I don't like trying on clothes. Although I do have,
Brian, get the leggings. They're so comfy.
Excuses.
We should. Oh, you know what we should do? We should open our Christmas presents live. That'd be funny.
Live? No, I'm not doing.
Well, mostly because I wanted.
We can record.
You know
it.
why? You know why?
I know why. We can record it.
Jake doesn't know.
Yeah, I do. If I'm pretty sure I know what you're pointing at. Yeah.
We could do it for the patrons. We can
her present.
We can make it a patron
you showed
tier.
me.
Oh, okay.
You showed us.
Brian has told me that he's gotten me like the best thing ever, and I'm
might
like,
be the best Christmas present I've ever given.
He sent it to me, and I might have fallen on the floor.
Yeah, he showed Gabby. He showed Gabby and I, so we all know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot wait. Like
we'll film it for the patrons.
I need everyone's presents to arrive just so you can open yours.
Well, Molly, you're back for vacation. You had a nice little getaway to Colorado. How you doing over there?
Doing great. Feeling refreshed. I mean, as you can tell from the subjects that we're going to be talking about today, Star Wars was like, "Oh, you're back. Great. Let's get on this now." But Colorado was great. Skiing. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, but it's our own fault kind of, because we went and did. This was my first time skiing ever, so we did a green slope, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's not too bad. I think I get it." So immediately we went to go to do blue. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm telling you, don't do that. It was so much more steep, and yeah, it was a hot mess. But I still had fun. I liked being around real snow, and yeah, it was great. Thank you, Reefism and chat. I got my nails done today, so they're
those are
very
yes, Christmas,
very Christmassy festive.
Those
nails.
are like the ones where you're like, if you're Alex, like I'd be like, "Oh, you scratch my back all the time."
Oh
like,
yeah.
Hilo loves these.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Some good scratchings.
I need to get my nails done.
Now my back's itchy. I talked that into fruition. Thank you.
That's precious. I'm sorry. That's so cute.
All right. So before we start here, just a quick update for our patrons.
Jake, how was your day?
My day's been pretty busy lately. The past couple days have been pretty crazy busy. Thursday and Friday. I mean, I told you guys, but Thursday and Friday, they kicked my ass pretty bad. And doesn't really stop this week. There's someone is actually coming out from a separate company to train me in a portion of a job that they want me to start doing. So,
that my Wednesday to do more jobs.
Yeah, my Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be a lot busier than I have been over the last couple of.
Giving you more money for more jobs.
Yeah, I mean there will be a little bit of a pay increase, which is nice.
Good.
They already told me when they hired me, because if anybody doesn't know, I started a new job 2 months ago.
Yeah, Jake colors all day. It's awesome.
Ooh.
I mean that's not really.
I used to do that too with preschoolers.
I don't color all day, but that's okay. I play in Photoshop, so I am now part of a marketing team, and this person who's coming out to train me is going to train me in product development, and so I will be like CAD drawings and drawing products and drawing packaging for products. That's what I'll be learning. So, very, very difficult stuff, Brian.
It's adult coloring.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I mean
anything. I just literally tell my kids go on the computer.
And I will say that this past weekend was one of the best weekends I've had in a long time, because I literally did nothing. I did nothing. It was so nice. It was raining all weekend here in Sacramento, and Gabby and I just hung out around the house. We made dinners, we made cookies, we did all kinds of fun things. So yeah, no, I have nothing to complain about. So
yeah, the drought's over. The way it's been raining up here, holy hell!
Mm-hmm.
It was
nice.
here too.
We really need it. We really, really, really need it. So
yeah, I know someone has to get Jill all for fresh water, because it ain't happening from down there.
Huh?
All the fresh water from the rain up here comes to you guys. We're basically
it's been raining for the past 2 days.
Have you guys seen Tahoe? Have you guys seen what Tahoe looks like?
I can only imagine.
Our mountains are just covered in snow, though. Like it's just...
So this is
near Hollywood.
This is actually from what? Oh,
What?
This is from Jeremy Renner,
What?
who he actually lives in Tahoe. He posted this earlier today. This was the Tahoe storm that happened.
Oh, that's
Oh,
snow.
is all that snow?
That is all snow over his car, covering
That's
it,
a
like
snow.
completely burying his car.
It was.
They got
we
like
got like
5 or 6 feet worth of snow.
Oh shit!
Goodness.
No, we
Yeah.
got there was like a foot maybe the day that we were leaving Colorado, but it snowed pretty consistently there.
Yeah, so Tahoe is 100% just covered right now, which is very nice and very good for all of us, especially here in the Sacramento area. Okay, so back to it. Quick update for patrons. I put it in the Discord. I made a scheduling conflict because of Avatar. And most people are not going to be available to either play trivia or be there for trivia. So trivia is going to be moving from Thursday to a different date. I will let everybody know when that date is decided. If you are interested, we're doing the Santa Claus trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. We're doing those 3 movies, which are all available on Disney Plus. Obviously, that'll be this month's trivia, and then there will be an update for a watch along stuff as well. The movie's already decided. We're watching Love Actually. Brian has never seen it. It's a great holiday movie. And so that will be taking place, I believe, the week after Christmas, I believe, which I'll double check on that as well. But with that, let's go ahead and get into everything. So we mentioned up top, quick discussion on the White Lotus season 2. The finale dropped last night. We're not going to be discussing spoilers because Brian is currently watching it, and we're trying to get Jill to watch it. We're trying our best to get Jill to watch it, but Molly and I just need to quickly talk about this show because this show is effing wild. This show is crazy. There's so much drama. There's so much comedy. There's so much death. It's just craziness. Molly, quick thoughts on the White Lotus season 2.
So I started watching season 1 not too long ago because Jake was raving about the show in general. So we were like, let's check it out. And we blew through season 1 in like 2 days.
Same.
And it took maybe 2-3 episodes for us to get into it. But once we were into it, we were completely hooked. It's like the perfect amount of drama, scandal, sex, death, drugs, family issues. It's like everything you would expect to be happening at a fancy vacation resort when it's like couples and families and stuff. It's so good. It's so good. And like season 2 is great. It's set in Italy, so it's beautiful.
No, not Sicily. Taormina.
Well, I've just started watching the first episode.
Oh, is Taormina like a suburb of Sicily? Maybe they keep saying Taormina.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because the resort lady keeps going, "Welcome to Sicily. Welcome."
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And then the old man keeps saying, "My family's from Sicily."
Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's such a good show, and it's like it's always nice when we get to sit down and binge shows like this that aren't sci-fi. They're not Star Wars. It's just like something completely new and different, and the acting is great. Jennifer Coolidge,
Queen
has been, is,
Icon.
and always will be
icon.
Get
icon. Her on RuPaul's Drag Race.
How has she not been on RuPaul yet?
Yeah,
has she not?
No.
I bet you she will be after this show, just because like before the White Lotus, she was kind of doing stuff, but now she's in the spotlight again. Like she got Emmy nomination for season 1. She's probably gonna get it for season 2.
She's every other commercial is her Old Navy commercial for me.
I'm surprised no one's done her for Snatch Game yet either. She'd be such a good Snatch Game character.
She would be.
On RuPaul.
That'd be a good one.
Did
you hear where season 3 is?
It's not confirmed.
Yeah, nothing's been confirmed.
Well, everyone keeps saying the same thing, so.
Maldives?
No, there was an interview with Mike White, the creator, today, and he didn't say anything about where it is. Yeah.
He made some hints.
I keep hearing Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go to Japan.
It would make sense. So Jill, just a little backstory. The White Lotus is the name of the hotel.
Okay.
It's the name of the hotel of where all the guests come. So season 1 was in Hawaii. There's a hotel called the White Lotus. And then this season they go to Sicily, Italy, and there's a White Lotus hotel there as well. So they're making it feel that the White Lotus is basically a high-end global chain that's everywhere.
Okay, so it's like a Hyatt.
It's
like one of the best of the best.
It's an all-inclusive resort. So there's restaurants, there's activities, things to do.
Do they in season 2? Do they like even leave the?
Oh yeah.
Hotel? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like season 1. I mean,
every character we meet leaves at one point for something.
Is this like a Clue scenario where it's like, oh no, who killed so and so in the lounge, or like is that like a thing that happens?
It's like they show you someone's dead in the first episode, and then you are left trying to figure it out until the very end.
Actually, well, I correct me if I'm wrong on season 1, guys, but I'm pretty sure it's the very first scene of the first episode is the death of the person. They keep it a mystery,
the very first,
and you don't find out until the very end.
Well, so season 1 opens with him staring out the window to the plane and then loading the.
That's right, the body. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. It's there's a death, and then, like Brian said, you don't know anything about who it's going to be until the very end of the very last episode, and they throw in so many like red herrings to like throw you off the path. It's so good.
It's fun.
I love how well it tells so many different stories, because not all of the stories connect. Like there's characters that are in the show that you hope you would see connect with each other, but they don't ever connect with each other. They really do kind of stay in their own little like vacation, like especially with season 2. Season 1, like people they cross paths a little bit, but season 2, you know, like the father, the grandfather, and the son, they were kind of in their own little world along with another character, but then that character was in their own little world with their boss. And you know, it's very cool because usually with this type of show, you kind of see the characters come together, but they're all like it's their viewpoints on their vacation, which I love, and that's very hard to do because it's 6 or 7 different storylines that are happening all at once. It's a very well written show. It's very, very well written.
I just saw Theo James' $5 foot long. That's like literally like right where it ended, where before our Patreon meetup.
What?
Jill, you got to watch the show, Jill. You got to watch
Theo James. Well, it's fake.
You get to see his dick.
Yeah, and it's like hits the floor. It's like, all right, well, here it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, it's prosthetic.
Yeah, they faked it for the show. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, if anybody hasn't watched it, White Lotus is definitely something to put on the list. It's very interesting. It's a performance-driven show, and it seems to be getting a lot of big actors in it, and it continues to do so. Season 1 had a lot of big names. Season 2 had a lot of big names. I mean,
I love Chase. Chase's first comment, I've never seen a White Lotus. And then he immediately knows that it was a prosthetic.
It was a prosthetic. I didn't think it was, but either way, it was fun.
Yeah.
All right, go check out White Lotus if you have not. It's on HBO. Season 2 just wrapped up yesterday, so you can binge all season 2 now, or all 2 seasons. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and get into everything Star Wars, though, because we have 3 different things to talk about. Before we do have a question regarding Star Wars here. This one's from, I imagine, Jesse over at Flick and Reel. It says, Star Wars question. What Star Wars planet would you most like to live on and why?
Naboo.
Naboo's a good one because it's got a lot of different terrain.
Yeah, it's pretty. I feel like it's very, a lot of different terrains, a lot of different options, I feel like. So.
I will go similar to that and say Alderaan.
Ooh.
Alderaan's a really good one.
I was thinking the beach planet that Biggs goes on vacation on. That one.
God, I had to look that up now.
It's like a resort planet.
Where him and Porkins are.
Yeah. That one.
Vacation.
Don't type in Star Wars Explain Biggs because I'm pretty sure Alex comes up or something.
100%.
I'll say, just because I'm blanking on a lot of planets right now, I'm going to say Kashyyyk.
Oh.
Water, wilderness, kind of
Wookiees.
desolate.
That's
Wookiees.
a lot of humidity.
Not necessarily. You don't know that.
That just look. It's a jungle.
Yeah, but all jungles are different.
Mm.
I see
There's
Endor is
humidity.
humid.
Endor would probably be very.
I'm surprised nobody picked Scarif.
Scarif is always. I'm not a big beach person.
I feel like I've said Scarif enough times to where I'm like, all right, I gotta change my answer from that. Because now we have Niamos from Andor that is also kind of like a little vacation planet.
That is literally just Orlando.
Yeah.
Literally just Orlando.
I don't think I would want to live there though.
Thank you for the question, Jesse. If it was in fact you, any of the Flick and Reel team over there, thank you. All right,
if you type in Biggs Darklighter Beach, two of the top three photos is Alex recreating that scene.
Love it.
I'm sure he will be happy to hear that.
Literally, it's just literally him and his little skippy
little undies.
Yeah, his little undies.
Undies.
A lot of interesting choices in the chat, that's for sure. All right, well, we're gonna talk about these Star Wars topics based on the poll that I put in the chat. I asked everybody what is the most recent piece of Star Wars content that you're looking forward to the most, and with 47%, of course, Jedi Survivor is the one that is most popular right now. Let's talk about this new trailer that dropped. The video game is coming very, very soon. The sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. Cal Kestis is back. Jill, I'll let you start this one off. What are you thinking about this game? Are you interested? Are you excited to play? Are you excited to watch Sean play? What's the deal?
Number one, Cal with a beard is just great to look at. I will say that. He looks great with a beard. As you all know, I love me a man with a beard.
I would hope so.
He looks great. Jedi Fallen Order is I never played it. I started to play it, but like I've seen Sean play it all the way through, and I love the story. I love Cal. I love BD1. He's like my favorite little droid. He's a precious little baby boy. And I'm stoked for it. Like I'm really curious to see where it all goes. Now that what is this 5 years after Fallen Order?
Yeah.
5 years after. I'm curious to see what happens to his crew, because where is everybody?
Hashtag where is Marin?
Hashtag where is Marin? Because Marin was my girl. Marin was my girl in the last game. And if I don't get to see Marin, I'm gonna be so mad. I also love the clip we saw of Cal straight up juking a stormtrooper, having the stormtrooper shoot his people, and then he like just jukes the stormtrooper. Like I love it. Like that is so not the Jedi way, but like wreck it. Like it's great.
He's more of a fuck around, find out.
He's definitely more of a
Jedi.
fuck around, found out, and they fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, anything with the Cal Kestis story, I'm always hyped about. Do I think he needs a TV show? No, I think you should just keep it to the games, to be completely 100% honest. It's his own little thing. Keep it that way. Yeah, stoked. I'm hyped. The trailer just made me even more hyped for the game.
Thoughts? Anybody else?
Silence. Wow.
I thought you were gonna.
I wasn't gonna call anybody. I wanted the conversation just to kind of flow.
Wow,
Sorry.
guys,
I am very excited for this. I love a good Star Wars game, and I think they definitely we're not going to just be killing space animals anymore. I think they learned.
Well, you get to be friends with space animals now.
Yeah, but I mean, like the last game, it's like the only time you were like fighting against like people was like the boss and maybe like a stormtrooper squad like here and there, and it was like mostly just.
Yeah, we fought a lot of troopers.
Yeah.
I am curious who the big because then the last one was the Inquisitors were going after him. So I'm curious.
They're definitely hyping up that guy in the back to tank.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm curious who he is. I'm wondering if the other two people, like the big Thanos looking guy, I'm curious if are they bounty hunters? Like what's their deal? Like I don't know.
It seems like they are bounty hunters, and Alex did a video on the big guy, and apparently, like, that species is virtually unkillable.
Oh,
So you can stab them, you can cut limbs off, and they just regrow them, and like you have
That's
to
cool.
just you have to basically like take their brain out, and that's the only way you can
it's
kill
like
them.
a
So
vampire. You got to take their head off and burn the body.
That's cool.
yeah,
Like
so
Twilight.
Like
They're
that
not
would
really
be-
dead until you burn the bodies.
Oh
And
my
rip
god,
them
here we
apart.
go. Here we
Mhm.
go.
that
You
would
can
be an
relate everything back to
interesting
Twilight.
villain to have. That's just like you're not gonna kill him. Probably you're just gonna have to try to get away from him, which is basically like Vader was at the end of
Yeah.
the first movie.
My thing is that I'm kind of curious about is 5 years is a significant amount of time, like
Mhm.
time gap. Like what I find most interesting is like Vader knows he exists. Like they met face to face. Like I feel like Vader would not just be like, he's fine. Like let him roam around for 5 years. Like so like that's what I'm kind of curious. Like I would imagine he would want him dead pretty immediately. So
Could
like
be what the bounty hunters are doing.
Yeah.
Could be hired by
So-
Vader.
yeah, because like 5 years is a good amount of time, and I mean unless I was mistaken, the trailer seems he doesn't seem to be hiding it very well. Like he's that full on, just like, oh, you need this limb cut off, and so I'm curious, like how that plays into it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I saw a tweet and I can't remember who posted it originally, but it was like Obi-Wan goes into hiding. Yoda goes into hiding. Ahsoka goes into hiding. Cal gets hotter.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's his plan. All right.
Good for you, Cal. Good for you.
But yeah, I'm really curious to figure out what's been going on this whole time, where Marin and Grease are, what Seer is doing, because we see like a
Yeah.
small bit of her. She looks like she's it's somewhere where there's like it looks like the Jedi archives,
Mhm.
those like bright blue,
Looks like a
kind of
library kind of deal.
library thing. Yeah, so I speculated that maybe she's doing research on the Zepho because I was like, are the Zephos going to come back? They were kind of a part of the first game. I don't know if they're going to be part of the second game or not, but I think this most recent trailer got me the most excited for just the gameplay because it was very heavy gameplay in the trailer. And yeah, he's got that cross guard
Give me that great sword looking
Yeah.
thing.
lightsaber
Give me
that looks cool. And
that.
yeah, like you said, Jill, the part where he like picks up the trooper with the
So good.
shield and he's just like points his shooting in the other direction.
Pew, pew, pew.
It looks so good.
and then that little High Republic robed fella.
The tank guy, yeah.
Yeah, that could be
Still don't know anything about the story really, but it
Yeah.
still looks really cool.
Who's his little friend that he meets up with? The other guy? Who's that?
So his name is Bode. I do know that. But I don't know anything about him or who he is.
Will the story bode well for him?
All right, Billy.
It was right there. It was right there. I had to do it.
Jill, we're going to be very busy with video games at the beginning of the year.
So, dude, I
We have
mean,
Hogwarts. Not that
as
we're
long
gonna
as I
play
can,
it.
as long as I can bust open my PS5 that's been untouched since I
Don't-
bought it 2 years ago.
Well, don't bust it open. But
I mean, it's already open. It's literally just sitting in front of my TV.
Yeah, I
just,
know.
just there, just to show people that I own one. Dude, it's like it's just
that's
an
literally
OP
that's
point.
yeah. I literally just go around like to my kids at work. Like I have a PS5. What? And
I think we played. I
one of
think
the reviews I
Sean
get.
played like Spider-Man on it, and I think that's been
Spider-Man's great.
it. I think that's all we've played on it.
Alex played one of the God of War games on it and said he liked it a lot. Now we're replaying Last of Us to get ready for the show.
I don't if Sean's still in here. I don't know if he likes it. I just saw the whole entire like I downloaded it last night for free. The whole Mass Effect trilogy is for free on PS5. I've never played it, but I've always heard it's a great game. So,
speaking of Sean, Mr. Sean Soley left us a super chat, and he asked, the real question is, do I buy the collector's edition? And he meant edition with an E, but you know.
Yes.
He's working on his car. He's busy.
Jane, that Spider-Man game is fantastic. I heard there's a trailer for the sequel coming out tomorrow with Spider-Verse. They're dropping.
Are we getting a new Spider-Verse trailer?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, the trailer drops at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yes.
I'm in a. It's obvious. This is a weird place for me, just because I have not finished Jedi Fallen Order yet.
I'm bringing you the controller on Thursday.
And it's on my list just because I enjoy games that are very story heavy. Like, I like live stuff, but I've always been someone that likes to play campaigns, and so when we get games like this, I enjoy sitting down and playing them. And it's funny, I was actually talking to Sean about it a couple days ago. I obviously got married this year, so a lot of things were kind of put on the back burner, and video games was one of them. I just didn't have time to do it. And I was telling Sean that at this point right now, with how crazy things are here, I really want something to kind of take my mind off of stuff. And I feel like that could be it, where I can sit down for an hour and just, or even like a half hour, and just play the game for a little bit.
I know.
Like Brian was saying, my
3 hours.
My Xbox controller broke about 6 to 8 months ago. So I don't have one. And I never actually bought one or got a new one. And Brian has offered to let me borrow his so I can play it. But that's a big reason why I haven't touched my games in so long, is because I don't have a controller at the moment.
I know I'm going to.
And it wasn't on the list to buy. So
I know I'm going to give you this controller. You're going to say you're going to play Star Wars, and you're going to end up playing golf.
Maybe.
I'm going to saw that smile.
Do you remember how far you got into the first game?
I was... I might be a little farther, but I'm pretty sure I was stuck in, not really stuck, but I was at the moment where Cal is trying to move the boulders to get out, I think.
Yeah.
If that sounds correct. There's 2 of them, and you have to move 2 of them with like the wind tunnels.
Yeah. That one, if you like puzzle games, there's a couple of parts in this game that are great for anyone who likes that. I did really enjoy those, but also I had Alex next to me who had already played it and knew what to do. To basically be like, So I got to like let him know, like, all right, I'm done with this. Tell me what to do.
I'm just curious if you can kill Cal in under 5 seconds this time.
Oh yeah, watch where you're walking. Don't fall down.
Sometimes the very first moment that she started playing, that was.
She was like, "There's a straight path ahead." Death.
Nope.
I like exploring in games a lot,
I do too.
And so as soon as I started playing the first one, it was on the I forget what planet it is, the scrap planet, whatever, and so it like puts you down, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna turn around and see what's behind me, and I just
sometimes in games there's prizes behind you. You never know.
Immediately, no more than 10 seconds.
Alex was like, "Did you really just do that?" I was like,
"Oh God, that was good. That was great."
It's such a fun game. Once you get past the puzzle stuff, Jake, because that one is kind of hard to figure out.
Should I restart the game since I haven't played it in a long time?
You might as well.
I would say yes, but it depends on what you think you have time for.
Because you might have already defeated some of the planets. Because there's like 4 planets. So
just don't go to Dathomir first. I think there's an option to go to Dathomir before. You're supposed to, and it's really hard.
I did Dathomir last because that's like one of my favorite planets.
Well, when Brian comes over and gets his Christmas gift, he can bring me his Xbox controllers.
I'm literally seeing you Thursday, and I'm giving you it at Avatar.
Perfect. All right, we do have a quick Streamlabs I want to get to. Thank you from the Flick and Reel fans. Oh, I gotta charge into a different one.
Oh,
No, I'm not
that
done.
came out of nowhere.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Oh.
They catch on to
Kylo.
words.
And then
They catch
Kylo's
on to
big
words.
It's like
and they keep on
Pavlov. It's like a
going.
Pavlov thing. They're like, oh.
What word did they catch on?
I have no idea at that point. I have no idea.
I just like
all right,
seeing
let's see.
Rey and then Kylo coming like, what? What's going on?
Kylo, you just see Kylo's nose, like tail.
We have 2 Streamlabs actually. One from Brennan Marr. Thank you so much, Brennan.
Thank you.
Brennan said, yesterday, I was hoping to inspire some spiritual contemplation by asking, what can we give to Jesus this year? Somebody responded by saying a PS5. Normally a
Jesus
great
needs
idea
a
for a
PS5.
gift, though not quite what I had in mind. LOL, Merry Christmas.
Nah. Jesus definitely needs a PS5.
Even Jesus is having a hard time getting his hands on a PS5.
I mean,
Yeah.
it happens, you know.
And then
It's been sold out
Mr.
for a
Jesse
while.
Swift also left us one. Thank you, Jesse. Any game awards talk? Any fans of Diablo X excited for D4? What are some of your top 3 movies this year not connected to an intellectual property? That's a lot of questions in one, Jesse. All right, quickly. I didn't watch the Game Awards. I'm not a huge video gamer. But any thoughts on the Game Awards / Diablo?
I watched them up until the Fallen Order stuff, and it was really great to see Cameron Monaghan come out with his lightsaber and like talking about the game and stuff. Like that probably got the biggest reaction out of us for the whole trailer itself.
Did he bring his Galaxy's Edge like 20-foot long lightsaber, or was it
his 90-pound lightsaber?
Yeah.
Just the one-sided one.
That thing is redonkulous.
It's huge.
Any thoughts on Diablo 4, guys?
I still have to beat the last one.
I don't know her.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2 is getting a sequel, so more Norman Reedus in everybody's life, so that's just better for everybody, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, some other good new games.
The Hades 2 trailer actually really made me mad because Sean played it, and at first I thought it was a new Sly Cooper game, and I got really, really, really excited, and then it wasn't Sly Cooper, and then I was sad. So I was really upset about that. It looked like Sly Cooper at the very beginning, and I was
Molly, when you get Jedi Survivor, you should be like, I want to play first and see what Alex does.
Absolutely not.
He'd be like, no.
It would take me twice as long, and Alex would pull out all of his hair just watching me try to figure out everything and be like, I don't know.
And then last part of Jesse's questions, top 3 movies of this year that aren't connected to a property already.
I couldn't even name 2 movies I've seen this year.
Obviously,
I can name them, but
Turning Red came out this year, I think.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, it did.
Yes.
It
Turning Red was so good.
Turning Red.
Pearl I really loved.
Ooh, that's on my list to watch. It's on
It's
Hulu.
so good. I watched the Elvis movie on the plane home.
I watched it today.
Home. It is so good.
It's a wild
like
movie.
it? It
a
was really
wild
long,
movie.
but it was like
it was long.
It was like exactly the time length of our flight, so I was like, yes, please, I'll put that.
I was definitely surprised at how the movie was kind of like set up. It's a very interesting style of film.
Well, it's the same guy that did Moulin
Good.
Rouge. So
yeah, it's a very good movie, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So if I'm going off of my list, my top non-franchise one would be The Northman. That movie was dope.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bros, I just watched. That was really funny. Although Billy Eichner's a little annoying. And then The Gray Man.
So my 3, even though I would say Top Gun's not an intellectual property, The Northman, The Woman King, and Everything Everywhere All at Once are the 3.
I still haven't watched that.
Yeah, you should watch that.
Do you think
and Prey.
Like
I'll throw Prey in there as well. Prey's a franchise. Never mind.
What? I saw Prey. Oh.
Do you think I would like Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Strap in because
everyone loves it. I haven't heard anybody.
No, but Jake knows me. Jake knows me. Do you think
Brian? You have to sit there without your phone because you have to pay attention. Like you cannot miss anything.
I thought it was just okay. I don't know. I feel like it was way over.
You'll probably line more with her, to be honest.
But we watched it on planes, which was probably not the way to do it. But I liked it a lot. It was really long, and yeah, it is very all over the place and wacky. But I think once you get like halfway through it, you'll decide whether or not you're going to like it or not.
Yes.
Jane, I don't know. I'm a pain in the ass when it comes to movies. There's been some ones that Jake's like, you're gonna love it, and then I walk out, I was like, yeah,
let's not talk about it. All right, quick super chat from Flick and Real. Thank you, Jesse, very
Wow.
much. Sorry, my last question was too long. Freebie. Thank you. Thank
fine.
you. All right, let's get into the next Star Wars topic, which according to the poll with 35% is the Acolyte. The Acolyte set photos that we got this last week. Nothing official. We only actually have one official photo from this show. But of course, set photos leak. They show what's going on kind of behind the scenes. We got to look at Daphne Keane in costume, who has all kinds of makeup and hair craziness going on. We also got to look at a Wookiee as well as a Zabrak. Very interesting. And they look to be very High Republic-ish. And then, of course, we got Lee Jung-jae, who is one of the main leads of the show. We got him in a Jedi robe. Fuzzy photo, but you can definitely tell that it's him. And there were some other shots as well, but those were pretty much the ones that were front and center. Let's talk about this, guys, because this is awesome. This is crazy. This is wild. We're getting all kinds of Jedi and High Republic-ish in this show. We're getting creatures that we barely get to see front and center. We see Wookiees, obviously, with Chewie, but we don't get to see Wookiees as much. Zabrak is a whole new thing. The only live-action version we've seen is Maul. And then Daphne Keane, who's just an ultimate badass. They seem to be very much keeping Amanda Stenberg quiet for the moment. Could be the lead of the show, which is why. But let's talk about these set photos. Molly, I'll obviously let you go first. You're the Star Wars person here. What are you thinking of this?
Well, I will apologize to Andy if Andy didn't already know about these, because we got back from vacation and I saw people talking about this and I was like, wait, what? They got leaked? Oh, that's a bummer. I was kind of like disappointed, but then they were all over my timeline, so I was like, okay, well, I can't. I've already seen them, so that's that. But I am obviously very excited for the show, and I'm really happy to see the amount of alien species being represented, because that's something that's been a lot of people's concerns in so many of the new shows. It's like, well, why aren't any of the main characters aliens? We should get to see more aliens. So I'm really excited to see more of that. You're right, Jake. We don't get to see very many Wookiees. We got Black Chrysanthemum in Book of Boba Fett, but he was a man of few words, a Wookiee of few words, and technically kind of a bad guy. I don't know if he still is, but
he was in it for like 5 minutes total. Let's be honest. He wasn't in it that much.
Okay, Molly. Could that be Buryaga?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because when I saw that, I immediately went.
That's what everybody's talking about online.
A lot of people are talking about it because the last we saw Burry in the books, it is.
Jake, do you want it spoiled?
It's not
I'm far behind, so
it's open ended.
I'm too far behind anyway.
He goes and does something, and we don't know if he's dead or alive. Basically, so it could be presumed dead, but I refuse to believe so. And if this is him, then I am stoked.
Well, you did the same thing I did, and was looked at that encyclopedia, and they left it open ended. So
right. Well, there was also, they left Orla open ended too, and
that's fair.
A couple other characters that have since died. So yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting, like how much these characters might even play into the show. They might be in it for 2 seconds. They might be in it for 2 full episodes. I mean, we don't know. The only 2 people we saw from these photos is that Daphne Keane and Lee Jung-jae. They are the ones announced in the cast. Like those are the ones. Oh, and the gentleman from 1917, Dean Charles Chapman. He was also shown, and he had a Padawan braid as well. That was another photo that I forgot to mention.
He had a very unfortunate haircut, I have to say.
Yeah,
it was very Napoleon Dynamite, and I was like, "What is that?"
Oh boy,
it was, and you could tell that he had the classic Padawan braid. That was another photo that I forgot to mention. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I am all with you on the alien point. I think that it's something that we've been wanting to see for a long time. I mean, Star Wars is obviously all alien, and we're not asking for, Zabrak and Wookiees all the time, but what they're doing with Daphne Keane, she's clearly some type of alien. They're transforming her facial features, giving her a different hairstyle, and that's an alien. It's not just human, right? Just basic human facials. But yeah, I mean, just from the set photos, it's exciting. You know, seeing
God damn it,
Jedi
Molly,
robes and
I'm never gonna picture anything other than Napoleon Dynamite when I never thought of that until now.
I'm sorry.
And now I can totally see it.
I had to see it, so now everyone else does.
Sorry, Jake.
No, it's fine. My excitement for this show is at an all-time high. It really is. You know, we obviously don't see a trailer or anything like that, but Daphne Keen's costume looks very villainous. The fact that the High Republic looks to be in there a little bit is very exciting. You know, we're at the end of that era, but they could still be involved pretty heavily. Seeing Lee Jung-jae in a Jedi robe about to wield a lightsaber is going to be totally cool. I'm all for it. I really am. I'm all for it. It's very, very exciting
because it's not like connected to anything.
Not a Skywalker saga,
really, and so it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Dude, Daphne Keen looks wild.
Chill, Brian.
Oh, I know nothing about the High Republic, so like I have no idea what people are freaking out about. But I'm like, oh, there's a Wookiee. Done. Sold. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I mean, since they announced this is easily my number one, like, excited, because it's just bad guys and no connection, and
that's what I'm most excited for, just the not Skywalker.
Oh my god. Like, I cannot wait for this. And
it is worth noting as well that Daphne Keen came out in an interview and she said, and she could be wrong, but she was quoted by saying it's the first Sith-led story.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
God, if that's true, give it to me. I need it. All the bad guys. Uh-oh. Did our stream die?
Not that I know of.
Just Andy?
No.
Yeah, just Andy. Sorry, Andy.
Uh-oh. We were really screwing Andy tonight.
Aww.
Sorry, Andy.
I will say, though, like, I am disappointed that those pictures leaked, because
it's a bummer.
I'm sure Leslie Headland did not want the first images from this highly anticipated show to leak as these blurry, random pictures from the set, but it's okay.
Hopefully this is just like the tip of the iceberg of what this show's going to bring. Like, at the end of the day, hopefully it's, oh, that's cool, but we have you topped. Like, here's something even better. You know, and it just like kind of just washes away after a little bit. So,
well, there were some people online, like on Star Wars Twitter, talking about like, well, how could they expect leaks not to happen when they don't tell us anything for projects that are in the works?
Grogu wasn't leaked.
Grogu wasn't leaked. Like, it's just
there's so many things in production every day.
Grogu wasn't leaked. Luke coming back in
didn't Favreau just came out like the other day and say, like, if you could thought that shit was crazy, wait till you hear the stuff that you don't even know about. And it's like,
it's such a selfish way to think that, like, well, they should have assumed that something like this would leak because I need my content.
That's not. No, it's stupid.
Yeah. Whatever. Stupid. Stop being turds.
Stop being a butthead.
The only unfortunate thing now is that we have these set photos. The show's not supposed to come out until 2024.
I know.
So crappy. So crappy.
I know.
I can wait. I'm patient.
I can't.
I mean, I'll be patient once we start getting stuff, just because this year is jam-packed with Star Wars content. Like, we are getting so much stuff this year.
Yeah.
TV shows, games. I mean, we have Bad Batch, we have Mando, we have Ahsoka, we have Jedi Survivor. Like, there's so much happening.
Skeleton Crew is happening.
Skeleton Crew, right? Like, there's 4 or 5 shows coming out. Like, once that happens, I'll be good. But if there was nothing for a little bit, I'd be like pulling my hair out. You know?
Is Visions next year again? Or is that not?
I don't think there's an announcement for it.
Yeah, I don't think they even.
I think it might be next year. I don't remember.
I
would hope it's next year, because you have to pair something with that show. You can't have everything this year. Everything seems to be coming out this year.
I mean, we're getting to the max of stuff next year, especially at the beginning of the year, it seems like, too.
Yeah, March is going to be a shit show. I'm going to be like, goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Yeah, no vacations. No,
see you in a couple weeks.
See you in London.
Well,
When
speaking
is
of the, oh, go ahead.
celebration is celebration April or May?
April.
Oh my god.
It's this April. So
April
you're gonna be there
2023.
during Mando.
Yes.
Oh, Brian, this is our time. It's our time, Brian.
I'm glad that they did announce that Mando was going to start in March 1st, because at least that gave us an idea of where we would be in the season during celebration. Because I was like, are we going to be covering the finale there? What's happening?
Brian and I are on the bench waiting.
Yeah, it's literally just like knocking at the door, like, hello, we're ready. Star Wars is playing.
All right. Well, speaking of the other thing that might be running into March as far as television shows, we do have The Bad Batch. We got a first official look at this show, a trailer. I don't know if you guys saw, but I saw randomly today that some people got a bunch of episodes. Like I saw Twitter people reviewing the show already before you had said anything, Molly. My Twitter timeline, people were retweeting stuff.
Expose her.
Well,
no, it's fine.
What do you mean expose? Like,
it's
Well, that's
true.
what happens. That's what happens with people will get.
yeah, there were
First
retweets. I
however
woke
many.
up this morning and people were retweeting some people's thoughts on the season. I'm like, they got an entire season worth of episodes.
We haven't even watched them yet. We did get access to a bunch, but we haven't watched anything yet, so we can't speak to it. But
yeah,
that was surprising, the amount of screeners that got sent out.
Is it confirmed 16 episodes? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's a lot.
So 14 of the 16 were
two of the days that it's scheduled to come out are going to double up. So 2 of those Wednesdays are going to have 2 episodes,
and they're 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, well, 20.
Which
to
are they
28.
doing that? Are they doing that to finish before Mando?
No, they're not going to finish before Mando.
They're not going to finish before Mando.
There's going to be a little while where they're doubled up.
And what's the first Marvel show too? Do we know, Brian?
Yeah, Secret Invasion, which is supposed to be in
Is
March.
that in March? Oh my god.
Oh my god, they need to figure
not
that
be watching
out.
that.
That's way too much at once.
I swear to God, if all 3 of those shows come out on Wednesday, if they all come out on Wednesday, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be so mad.
That's way too much going on.
And you have
sounds like they will all
February
be coming on Wednesday, unless Marvel caves and changes their day.
They could.
They're all coming out on Wednesday.
Well, that's how it was.
Star Wars has already released their scheduled dates.
What was the last Marvel show that came out? She-Hulk. She-Hulk was on Thursdays, and Andor was on Wednesdays. So they did do that for the last one.
Okay.
I would assume they would give Star Wars the Wednesday and Marvel the Thursday.
I think going forward, Star Wars is going to be Wednesday, Marvel is going to be Thursday. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I would give anything for them to not release them at midnight.
Me too.
Oh my god.
Or 3.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 for you. It's just like,
just imagine them doing what House of the Dragon does. A 6
That's
o'clock.
what I'm thinking.
Night,
Yeah.
it would rush. It would.
If you dropped a Mando episode at 6 o'clock, 9 p.m. Central, or
Disney Plus would break every week.
Well, yeah, that honestly, Disney Plus would probably crash.
It would just be so nice.
Anyway, Bad Batch. What do we think about this trailer? Season 2.
Crosshair is still an asshole. So it's like, it's like
more Cody though. More Cody.
We get Cody.
I hope Cody dies a horrible death.
Me too.
Yikes!
He tried to kill Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
it's not his fault.
Peace out.
You can take
Do you think there's a chance? Do you think there's a chance of redemption for Cody? You really think?
Crosshair doesn't even have a chip anymore, and he's like, "Fuck you guys."
But he's always been an asshole.
I mean, we saw clones, several clones in the first season of Bad Batch, realizing that what they were doing was wrong.
Yeah.
So there's something to that where, like, maybe the chips wear off after a while, maybe after a certain point of time, like the clones start to snap out of it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people talk about that we could see Cody die. And that's fine, I guess.
He gets
but,
a
like,
lightsaber through the chest.
Kelby gets his head cut off.
Yeah.
that's not my first choice of something I would like to see happen.
I want Omega to shoot a laser bolt right through his neck.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Omega
that's a
doing
good
it
death.
would be rad.
That's a
though.
good death right there.
Maddie,
No
I do
kidding.
kind of like crosshairs too. I saw a good meme this morning that someone put up. It's like pre-chip taken out, I'm a fascist, and then post-chip taken out. Yep, still a fascist.
He's just a jerk.
Yeah,
It looks like it's very fun though. I think it's a lot of what we talked about with season 1 that we wanted to see them kind of like do bounties essentially, right? And do missions and whatnot, and that kind of feels like what they're doing. Or maybe they have one large mission they have to do. We get an appearance from Rex. It looks like Rex is recruiting them for something. Maybe it's the early stages of the rebellion. I love their new paint jobs. Orange instead of red. Dig it. Yeah, I mean it looks like classic Bad Batch. It really does.
We haven't talked about the most important thing from the trailer yet, and that's Gungi.
Gungi.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Gungi. Gungi's
Gungi.
that moment where when he pulled his lightsaber. Oh, that was so sick.
when they
Gun-
kill
I-
him, it's gonna be so sad.
Some people say Gungi. For me, it's Gungi just because it's more fun to say. But
Gungi.
the freaking Jedi younglings, we never thought they would be back. Like everybody was like, "Where are they? What happened to them? Are they dead?"
I'm so glad they chose him too.
yeah.
Speaking
but
of
it's
the
gonna be even
Wookiee
worse when they
Renaissance,
kill him.
They gotta
He's
sell
not gonna
toys.
die, Brian. He's
They
not gonna
gotta sell
die.
toys. They picked a Wookiee.
Gungi is not gonna die. There's no
no.
way.
He's gonna die in the first 5 minutes. Watch.
My prediction for that is that he got separated from the other younglings that are all still alive and well, and the Bad Batch crew has to help him get back
They're
to
all
them.
alive. They're all safe.
The funny
They're
thing is he
comfortable.
probably knows Grogu.
Ooh.
Okay, let's talk Grogu because
Molly has theories.
we saw in the finale of the first season Mount Tantus,
Mhm.
which has been talked about previously in like legends and stuff, and it has a
Yeah.
lot to do with cloning. So, is Grogu gonna be there?
Do you think there's a chance we could see Grogu? You really?
100%? Yes.
You think so?
I'm
A cartoon Grogu?
A cartoon animated Grogu.
Can you just imagine his little
He's all
squeak?
over stickers animated already. Come on.
He's literally next to you, animated.
Look at
I
him.
know.
No, he's
No, not
real,
that one,
Brian.
the
No,
one
the
on the
one
screen.
right.
On the
One,
screen.
one next to you in the Santa hat.
But yeah, I think that would be awesome. Obviously, I'm gonna be excited anytime Grogu shows up. At first, I was like, we don't need Grogu in animation because he's already
Yes.
such a big hit in live action. But when Mount Tantus showed up, I was like,
It's a big
okay,
play.
this kind of makes sense if he were to be there.
I hope that plays a huge part in season 2. Like, I hope it's not just something that like is touched on, because sometimes they do that where they tease something and they just barely touch on it. I hope it's a very prominent storyline because I mean, cloning is big. It's big.
The Zillo Beast is going to be in season 2, which
Love it.
that
Love
happened
it.
really briefly at the Celebration trailer, and I
Give
can't
me
remember if
Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. Like that's literally like
Mecha Zillo Beast.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that's another one that's like so many people have asked, like, what happened to the Zillo Beast? Palpatine's original plan was to clone it because its scales could like withstand lightsaber blows and all that stuff. So I'm so excited to see.
Palpatine riding the Zillo Beast with his lightsaber, like ah.
I mean, we saw
He's not Boba
Boba
Fett
Fett
cool.
riding a
I know.
Rancor.
Just Palpatine's old ass just on top of it. Ah.
Speaking of
there's
Palpatine,
so
we
much-
saw him. We saw
Yeah.
him in the trailer.
Mhm.
Do we think he's gonna have a big part, or was that just a maneuver? to put him
No,
in there?
I think he's gonna be like maybe a brief cameo in a couple episodes, but it's not gonna be like a common reoccurring character.
Probably. I don't know. With animation, they could really go either way.
I think
I do kind of hope they stay away from like the classic Clone War stuff of kind of going to Coruscant, seeing that stuff, because we're getting that a little bit in Andor right now. We've gotten so much of it in Star Wars before. I would love for them
Jake,
to stay
that's
away
what
from it.
I think they might connect a little bit into Andor. Just a teeny bit, like Mon Mothma stuff.
Well, Bale's gonna be in it.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, they could touch on certain characters that we like. okay, what if we see the chances of seeing a Luthen?
I just need him to be as serious and
bitter.
hardcore as he is in
Yes.
Andor
Yes.
in animation.
Yes, I need Stellan Skarsgård Luthen in Bad Batch. That's what I need. That would be amazing.
That'd be dope.
I want Luthen and Wrecker to have to go off on
Oh
their
my
own little
God.
separate adventure.
Oh my god.
Some buddy cop episode.
Mhm.
Animated
Oh.
B2 emo.
Ooh.
I think you could see a little tiny bit of connection from Andor to this with Mon Mothma, especially because of that scene that you saw her in the chambers and he's just sitting up there. Like, I think that might be like not much. Like, I definitely don't think that they're sitting here like, all right, how do we connect Andor to this? But I think that there could be something that's like maybe like even just like a formation of the rebellion type thing that you are like, oh, that was kind of like what's said in Andor type situation. I don't think they're going to be sitting there like, okay, how can we connect Mon Mothma's story to Andor? But yeah, I think I'm most interested about the Mount Tantus stuff. Like, I'm like, get me in there. I want to see what's in there. Like, that's a whole, like, I mean, you could make so many stories off of just that alone. Like, I mean, that's a whole, like, you can make a franchise of stuff off of Mount Tantus. Like,
And I'm excited to see Tanwi again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I forgot
like
about
after the destruction of Camino, like how many Kaminoans are actually left at this point?
Mm-hmm.
If it's literally just her, that'd be nuts.
And Chase is right. We could see Dr. Pershing for sure at Mount Tantus.
Yeah, he's for sure probably in it. I mean, at Celebration, he was when we saw him on that stage in the back, Jake. He was all like, "You guys don't even know what's coming." Like, da, 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 da.
Yeah, his like little shoulder patch insignia thing when he first showed up. The same ones are in Mount Tantus.
There's some very exciting possibilities for sure. It comes out very early on in January, so just a few weeks here. Yeah, I think
January
it's like
4th?
January
great.
4th,
So the first day I go back to work.
Which that is a Wednesday. So yeah, Wednesday, January 4th. We won't be covering it here on POV. Obviously, Alex and Molly have their stuff on Star Wars Explained, and then Brian and I will be doing our little reviews over on Apocalypse Movies. So if you want Bad Batch talk, that's where you can find us.
And Joe doesn't care. So.
Well, Scoundrels, you can also go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, exactly. You can. Sean, Frank, Brandon, and Kevin are doing Scoundrels Inc. They have their own Star Wars, another Star Wars podcast, and they'll be recapping it weekly.
Filmed live from Frank Janish's living room.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll definitely be covering it. So that's a great plug.
Joke will never get old.
But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap everything up tonight, everybody. We talked about everything Star Wars related. We talked about the White Lotus up top. Quick question from Chase: are you guys gonna have cameos in Bad Batch, or are you not allowed to talk about it? Molly,
I don't know. Don't talk to me. I can't talk.
Fair enough.
She can't be because she's already around in Empire.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she still could be technically.
She could be a stormtrooper.
Brian, I'm everywhere. You can't escape.
I mean, you're canonically in Empire, so.
Yes, that's true.
And Alex, who's the one that got stuff mixed up? Yours is the right one, and his is the mix-up.
So yeah. My birthday is the TK number of one of the AT-AT drivers on Hoth in Empire. Alex's numbers are there, but they're mixed up. So,
but it's him. We all know it's him in our hearts.
One last question.
Just imagine me and Alex like bickering, trying to drive an AT-AT together. Like, stop
it. Sign me up for that show.
Before we wrap up, one last question with Gordon here. Has anybody else been catching up on Willow?
Haven't started.
I need to actually watch Willow in order to catch up.
Yeah,
on
haven't started.
It's really good. It's really good.
It's so good, Brian. You would
It's
love
really
it.
good.
I've
It's
never
really,
seen
really good.
Willow in general, so
You don't have
It's
to.
I mean, if you want to just watch the first movie, it's on Disney Plus, but you don't have to watch it to enjoy it. But I would.
It's
And I'm-
very well
I
done.
get challenged
and
to like
I'm
a new
enjoying it.
movie every single week because of Jake. So it's like, ugh.
Well, I'm challenging you all to watch Willow right now.
I've seen it, so
Well, I'm watching White Lotus first. I don't care about anything. But
You have to see Val Kilmer in the original Willow in all of his
Yes.
glory because
Yes.
it is
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, Will's good, Gordon. It's really, really good. It surprised me how actually well done it really is. So
I heard there's
maybe
like
we'll do a
dance
season
number.
recap or something.
There's a what?
There's like a dance number in every episode.
I love a dance number.
Someone making a joke about it, then maybe.
I think someone was making.
Love a good musical moment.
I don't remember dance numbers in that.
I
show.
don't think dancing happens in every episode.
Like someone, I think I saw someone say they're putting like actual like music from like today into the episodes, just twisting it a little bit. Okay, so someone.
I mean,
I
that
think
happens in the
just-
credits.
The credits
No, I
is where
think-
there's
Okay. Like the way they made it sound, it was like, you know how like Bridgerton does like they play.
They
like
did that. They did it once in the first episode. There was a dance scene because it was for specific reasons. But it's at the end credits of every episode. They do it. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you to everyone who's been checking us out live, commenting along. We appreciate it as we adventure our way through the White Lotus and Star Wars. Let's do some quick plugs before we wrap it up. Jill, I'll let you kick us off. Where can everyone find you online?
Jilly Marie, 2 Y's, 2 E's on Twitter and Instagram. Pew pew.
When I sent your package, I almost did that.
I would have known it was you. So. It's time. She heard the cue.
Be of all seen on Twitter, Instagram. Is Hive still a thing? Can I stop saying Hive?
Yeah, you can stop saying Hive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And Apocalypse movies.
Molly?
At Molly Damon on Twitter, Molly Mander on Instagram, and Star Wars Explained for everything else that's coming.
Can you imagine though, if you get all that stuff done, you're just gonna be sitting back for like months, just like I don't got anything to do.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to blow through the first 14 episodes, so we're probably gonna like go through them a little bit at a time.
That's fair. I could just see you guys being like, "Which one was this one again?" Oh yeah,
right. And that messes us up because if we get too far ahead, so then when we talk about it on live streams, we're like, "Wait, has that happened yet?" And I don't want to mess with that. So.
That's fair.
At Qui-Gon Jake, 2 N's, because someone else took it before I did. Twitter, Instagram. If you want to, you can follow me on TikTok. POV.
TikTok.
We do have a POV TikTok as well, clipping stuff out, doing some original content. You can see Brian's FMK is up there, and I rank.
Yours are solid.
I rank some Christmas movies as well, and we'll continue to do some stuff over there too, just trying it out, seeing what it's all about.
And Jake's gonna post the infamous Halo.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's gonna be a really good TikTok.
Mondays here at 6 o'clock Pacific. The Patreon, of course. Bar trivia, watch-alongs, Q&As. Which the Q&A is gonna be coming out on Wednesday. Everybody, we're recording it tomorrow. We had to put a little back burner on it. That is my fault. And yeah, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. A lot of cool things. We're going to maybe even doing a surprise video this month. We talked about it, seeing if we can schedule it. It could be a lot of fun. Very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Sign up on the Patreon to find out. Sign up on the Patreon to find out. But yes, to everyone who has joined us live, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll catch you guys next time.